Good morning, friends. The objective of this session is to understand the various access specifiers or the modifiers available in Java and the static data member and the functions. So what is exactly the access modifiers or the specifiers? The access specifiers or the modifiers in the Java specify the accessibility or the scope of a field, method, constructor or a class. Basically in a Java, there are four access specifiers: the public, private, protected, and default. Private access specifier. The scope is only within the class. It cannot be accessed from outside the class. Public scope is everywhere. It can be accessed from within the class, outside the class, within the package, and outside the package. Protected access specifier. The scope is within the package and outside the package through the child class only. If you do not make the child class, it cannot be accessed from outside the package. Default access specifier. Scope is only within the package. It cannot be accessed from outside the package. If you do not specify any access level, it will be the default one or this one. Some of the book or the reference, internet reference, uses this default access specifier as a package access specifier. To understand that access specifier, this is a one chart, you can refer it. Let us take a practical example to understand this. Here we have a class employee with the few attributes: name, age, designation, department, salary, bank account number, bank account branch, and bank account name. For the simplicity, we have put on the variables only. We have not shown the method. Now, do we require to show all the details of the employee? Yes, obviously we have to show the name, designation and department to the public. But should we show the age, the salary, the bank account number, branch and name to the public? No, we do not require to show this details. In short, some details we require to hide and some details we require to publish. Let us take the few examples of the various access specifiers. Now, here we have a code for the access specifiers. The first example is regarding the private access specifier. Here we have a class triangle. We have created a one base variable with private access specifier. The value of the base is we have put on as a 1. Meaning of the private access specifier is we cannot able to access it outside the class. We can access that base inside this class only. Outside this class, we cannot access that base because it's a private. Here we have a one function increase base. Here we have a base plus plus that is allowed because that is inside the class. We are putting system.out.println inside class. Value of base is base, and then we have end of the class. We have a class test2. In the test2 class, we have a main method and we have an object of a triangle. Then we have a accessing the base value of the obj1 that is not allowed because this basically base has been written as a private, so we cannot access it outside the class. We are accessing that particular statement outside the class, so this is not allowed. This will give you the compile time error. Fine. And this is basically we are accessing the increase base function. Fine. Now let us try to compile that. We have a java c 1.java. We will get error. We got error. See, base has a private access in triangle, so we cannot access it. Fine. Okay, now let us go for the second program. Now here we have a default access specifier. In a default access specifier, again the changes we have done is we have removed that private over here. We have put on blank, means is a default access specifier. The other code is as it is. The default access specifier means that we can access that basically variable or the method or anything inside the class and outside the class also, provided we access it inside that particular folder. For example, here we have a class triangle. In a class triangle we have a base 1. Now let us compile that one. Java C 2.java. It will not give any error. Fine. So basically triangle class has been created. Fine. And that triangle class is a base as a one of the variable. Please remember that triangle class is a base as a one of the variable. Now here you can see that as this triangle class has been created. See, this is a triangle class. Here we have a base variable and that's a default access specifier we have. So that basically base variable with a default access specifier can be accessible inside any of the class available over here in this folder. So that's basically default access specifier is. Now let us try to execute the program. Java, then test. See, the outside the class value of base is 1, inside the class value of base is 2. We have that basically we are calling this basically outside the class value of the base is 1, and then again we are calling the increase base, and then it will increase the base, and then it will print this value, base value. Fine. We will learn about the protected and public access specifier in the package topic. Now let us see exactly the static data member and the function. The static member is shared by all the objects of the class. All the static data is initialized to default value when the first object is created, if no other initialization is present. Static member function can only access static data member, other static member function, and other functions from outside the class. Here we have one diagram that will help you to understand exactly how the static variable can be used. You can see over here the class triangle. The class triangle has the float base as one of the instance variables. We have a static integer count, one of the static variables. This is known as a class variable also, static variable. And then we have a main function, and then we created object 1, new triangle, then object 1. Whenever we will create object 1 over here, it will have a one instance copy of for the object 1, that's as a base. We assign the 10 value in a base, so that 10 value. Then we have a triangle count plus plus. Now here, whenever we create a object, first object of a triangle, the count variable will be assigned like this, and that will have a 0 value. And whenever we do the plus plus, it will have a 1 value over here. Then again we have created a second object obj2, and then what we have done is we have basically assigned 20 value to the base. So here we have a 20 value we have assigned, and then we say triangle dot count plus plus. So here it was initially 0 when the count was created, then after it was a 1 after count plus plus, and then it will go further say 2, because this count variable is a common variable for all the objects of this triangle class. It will not have a individual copy, it will have a one single copy. Fine. So this is basically static variable. This is also known as a class variable. Now how we can access that variable? Simply is by using a say class name and then dot, and that what is the variable we have, that variable name. We are printing the content of that triangle.count. It will obviously print a two value. Instead of basically object, class name and then dot variable name, we can also use a object name dot that variable name also. But this is basically misleading. It's better to use a class name dot variable name for accessing the static members. Now let us go for the programs. Here we have the first program related with the static variable, which is also known as a class variable. This entire program we have seen in the PPT. Now let us try to compile and find out exactly what is the output of the program. See, the count here we have is a 2. Is a basically a static variable we are using over here. Now let us move to the static function. Here we have a class triangle and then we have a static function, and in a static function we have access the static variable. Here we have a main. In the main we have object created, then static variable count has been incremented, the second object created, second time we have incremented the count. Now here it shows how to call that static function. Again the static function can be called using the class name and the function name. Let us see the output of this program. Name of the class is triangle. See, the total objects are 2. Fine. We have to understand what is the access specifier or the access modifiers. Then we have seen what is the static variables or the methods or the functions. Now let us go for the assignment. And this is the communication details.